And what is going on?
What's going on, guys?
What's good, y'all? I'm Mast.
And I'm Migs.
And we are Woof Logik. This is Woof's Web.
Our podcast. You good?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'm not good. Why? Because the fucking Vikings are losing right now.
Garbage. Fraud ass team. Fraud franchise.
Yeah, facts. Fucking Sam Darnold. Fucking put the fries in the bag, my boy.
That's just funny, bro. I see every time like a playoff team has losses like whole weekend, it'd be like 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Oh yeah, that one. Put the fries in the bag, or fuck. I don't know, man. But there's a lot of shit going on right now. A lot of people getting fucking fired. All the coaches.
Yeah, I mean, you see that shit with Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys.
Yup. And fucking Jerry Jones rejected him from getting that interview. With
Yeah,
the
I kind of, bro. You hold yourself. If you knew you were like feeling about like, maybe I don't want him, then you should have just let him go. Because now you're losing opportunities to like interview other coaches.
Yeah.
And like Mike McCarthy, I'm almost positive this motherfucker is gonna get picked up somewhere else.
He should. A lot of people are trying to connect him with the Raiders.
And I think anybody will help the Raiders at this point.
We'll see, man.
I see Pete Carroll as as a very strong name if they don't get that Ben Johnson dude.
Yeah.
So he's a big strong possibility, and if that's the case, that'd be weird because then I'm like, fuck, it's all like the old white coaches that get their second stint somewhere else going to the AFC West.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to see there's a lot of head coaches out there right now because I need my boy Robert Saleh to come back to the Niners.
I am too. I respectfully, I think, bro, just, be a DC again. You don't have to be stressing about being the head coach,
They'll pay him good too, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure like that interview was probably like the shortest interview of his life. It's more because obviously Kyle knows like what he like. Everyone knows how good of a DC he is. He's probably just like, you want to come back to San Francisco, like just. But I think so. If not, I think I see him being maybe like a DC to like somebody else. Like
I don't think he'll be DC anywhere else but the Niners. Honestly, I feel. I mean, maybe like a winning team, but what winning team is not going to have their DC?
The Bengals.
Bengals, maybe. Okay, yeah, I can see that. We'll see, man. The playoffs are going to be interesting, though.
I would love Salah with the Niners, man. That defense when you guys had him there, it was fun. It was
different, man.
It was different. Bosa, rookie Bosa.
Yeah, man. It was a good like 2 to 3 year run with him. That was like at its peak. So we'll see. I mean, Kyle Shanahan really he just needs to learn how to do his play calling more better. Like when it's time to run the fucking ball. Don't fucking get all fancy and start throwing it.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna pay Brock Purdy. That's the big question right there.
I think so.
If we do, how fat are we gonna pay him? You know what I mean?
I could be wrong. I saw like a report maybe, and there's like a rumor that he I want to say like a discount, but like it'd be a team okay deal, like not like fucking Jordan Love where he's getting paid $55 million a year, but something where like it's still respectable, but like it's not breaking the team's bank.
That fool shit the bed yesterday too. Jordan Love.
Yeah, but I told you, bro. Like he's not ready yet.
3 picks. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, she was garbage.
Him, Herbert, all these QBs, they're just shitting the bed, man. So that just goes to show if you're not Lamar, Josh Allen, Mahomes, or I don't know. I would say Joe Burrow, but I don't know. I feel like he's had more negative than positive in his career.
I think that's just the team, though. I really do think he's him.
Yeah, for sure. But also, well, I don't know. I was gonna say, but also Josh Allen, he has like nobody.
He doesn't, and then he fucking gave his belt to Az on fucking Sunday, bro. It was so sad because like when I pulled up to Big House, first of all, it was dead, but that little middle area was all full of Denver Broncos fans. First fucking series touchdown. I was like, oh, it's about to be lit. Quiet the rest of the fucking game.
I thought the same shit, bro.
It was quiet as fuck, bro. And then like we would like celebrate, like with the fake pump play. We were fucking like, oh shit, we about to get back in this. And then after that, it was just all downhill. And then I guess like that was like there's like this group of Denver Broncos fans that live in the IE. They'll go around like and just to like different bars here to watch the games. I was like, damn, where was this? And then the lady was telling me, you're on Facebook? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then it's even more funny, but I was low-key slightly embarrassed. So she was like, hey, we're gonna take a picture at the end of the sometime towards the end of the game. Let's just commemorate the season. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I'm not wearing any of my gear or anything, but
Why didn't you wear no gear, bitch?
Well,
Your first fucking playoff game in how long?
Okay, so because I slept over at Andrea's house and I woke up because I wasn't even gonna plan to watch the game at Big House. I was literally because I was like,
still, you should be wearing that shit, man. This is why the Broncos don't deserve that being there.
But I didn't know.
I don't even feel bad no more, man.
But I was like, I kept watching all the hype videos and I was like, nah, fuck this. I want to watch the games like somewhere cool. And so I was gonna go to Big House. I actually was gonna go on OfferUp and buy me and her like Bo Nix jerseys. Some guy was selling them in Ontario for cheap. Yeah. But then she was like, those are reps and they're still sort of expensive. You might as well just buy the real thing later on. And I'm like, nah, you're right. And so we just canceled that and went straight to Big House. And so while we were going over there to take the picture up against the wall by the bathrooms, I hear Miguel. I'm like, who was it? And it was Dreams. he was there with his family for the family league. And I was dapping him up. I was wearing these shoes and one of the shoes fell off. And I was scurrying over there. And then I was like, I don't care like to be like doing any of that stuff, but like once I know like one of my homies is there, now I felt all embarrassed. So and they kept trying to take the pictures, and I kept just getting lower and lower. So, and then she's like, "Get closer, get closer." I was like, "Come on!" And so then
fucking losers.
So we go back to our little table, and then I paid for a check. She fucking took a little to-go box too, like because we bought some pizza, and I was like, "But I didn't sweat it." And I was talking to Dreams, and that fool was there. I believe it when he said he was 3 pitchers deep with a Lagunitas because they were already getting after when we got there.
But by himself though?
No, he was there with his with Karina's dad and his stepdad.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. Like amongst themselves probably.
Yeah. Well, damn, man. I mean, I guess were there any other like team fans out there?
There's a couple of Eagles fans already getting there for the game. It's a lot of random people wearing Steelers jerseys.
They just went to. So David just went to Big House just to go.
I think they're celebrating like their league fantasy season with the family. It was cool. They actually had a belt, which I gotta say, hey Hector, what the fuck happened, man? We're supposed to get a belt for the Wakanda League.
That one, and then also our league too. We're talking about that shit, and nothing ever happened.
I know. I'm dead ass. Like we should get a belt like for Maple Valley.
Well, that's what I said about Johnny, but. I mean, we just completely like ignored that was even a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about Johnny. And as far as our fantasy league goes, man, he hold us this year.
Facts. How was your weekend, sir?
It was good. So on Saturday, like I saw this random like Instagram ad for like this thing called Jurassic Quest on my feed, and I don't know if you got that too.
Was that in San Diego?
And they go all around America, and they did one last week at Pasadena, but it was already late, like last minute. So I booked it for this past Saturday in Anaheim at the Anaheim Convention Center, and it looked lit. Like just from the videos and the pictures, I'm like, oh damn, Andrea, they're starting to love it. And I had just watched Jurassic World, the first time, and I'm like, I like dinosaurs too. And so I was hyped, like, oh, let's go. We get there. And immediately, like you're like in there, and like you see like this giant animatronic dinosaur. I don't know, I forget what the fuck that shit was called. Head was moving, and like there's like ambiance because like there's like big like walls with like like LED lights, and you keep going around like a little maze, and you keep seeing all these animatronic dinosaurs. I'm like, oh, this shit's about to get lit. And then as soon as we turn the corner into like the main hall where everything is, it's like a glass shattered in my head, bro. That shit was so fucking whack. It was like. They only had like 3 bounce houses, and every single thing that there was to do at the thing had the most longest line ever, to the point where I'm like, there's no way any kid would wait in line for this unless like, for whatever reason they're like the perfect kid. All the bounce houses had big lines. The hugest line was the one so you get on like some animatronic like dinosaur, like, and they could ride it. That shit was like it basically like went to the wall of the fucking whole convention center. We were literally in there for 10 minutes before we were like, nah, let's go. This shit is just, it was just whack. I was just like, I was so upset because I'm like, I really wanted them to have a good time. I wanted to have a good time. And I was just like, immediately, nah, it's just fucking bunk. I'm like, I spent like almost $100 on this bullshit. I will leave a very, very negative review on Yelp.
It was very funny that you led this whole thing off with, it was a pretty good weekend, and you go straight to just shitting.
Well, let me preface it. That started off whack. It started off whack, but then
then the Broncos lost. So what was so good about this weekend?
Hold on, man. Then my vibes were high. All right, I was taking punches, but vibes were high. We went to some bounce house, fun house after that, and we had a good time there. And then we were watching the games that Saturday, and then Sunday. Uh, the fucking Broncos game, that shit was that shit was a letdown. But I still had a good time. Just watching them. Like, all right, cool, it's fucking playoffs. And I went to go see some that Better Man movie, the one with the monkey.
Yeah, I was kind of debating going to see that.
I would watch it, bro. I honestly, it is sad because obviously no one know who the fuck Robbie Williams is, and we get it. Like, we already have a Justin Timberlake out here, so why would we need the UK version of him? But he still had a very interesting story. Like him as a monkey really added like a whole new twist because no one. I mean, it's just how he's being perceived, but no one else like points out that like, oh, he looks like a monkey. It's just like how he looks at it in his head, and it was the whole time half the movie. This was just snorting lines of coke and little bumps because that fool was like a big ass coke addict, and like it was like a big.
So without spoilers, is this kind of like just him?
It's a biopic, so it's a movie about his life.
But the monkey is just there to be as like a symbol almost. It's not really a monkey.
Yeah, because like when they were talking about making a movie about him, I forget that the director was like, he asked him like, oh, what would you say is like your spirit animal? And the guy was like, oh, I'm a lion. And then like, are you really? He's like, nah, I feel like a monkey. And I'm like, boom, that's perfect. We'll run it with that. And so they just had him as a CGI monkey. It played very well. Like the movie was, I think, probably tastefully done. It's been like probably one of the more better movies I've seen in a while, and his music is good. I was like, I get why it didn't really like hit the U.S. market. I saw a video where like basically everything that he was doing a little earlier. Like when he was in the boy band group in the '90s, like at that point, like it was like all about Nirvana and grunge. That's what was hot in the U.S. And then by the time boy bands were hot in the U.S., he had already was doing his solo act, but his pop stuff was more like how pop is kind of now. So people really weren't fucking with it at the time in the U.S. So he never was really there for the U.S. market to hit. But at the same time, he kind of like I saw like a post where like he kind of wanted it to be like that because like you would see in the movie like he has a lot of a lot of internal demons about performing, and so like he got famous too quick, and so it really fucked him up bad. And so he's like beloved in the world in the UK, but literally in the US no one knows him, so he literally just lives in the US.
That's kind of similar to Avicii, how he got famous too quick.
Yeah,
like, and then all of a sudden just got flooded with touring nonstop and everything.
Yeah, this is literally what happens. You see him like battling like demons, and he hides out with like the coke use and just him and the alcoholism. It's cool, man. I really highly recommend watching it.
Well, I'll think about it. The trailer actually looked good. The trailer,
yeah.
But I don't know. I've been seeing that it only made like $1 million, and that's nothing to say about the movie. It's just like I don't know. I honestly didn't see any promo aside from actually in the trailer.
Yeah, I think it probably was going to be one of the movies where it's going to do god awful in theaters, but it'll be put on like Hulu or Netflix, and everybody's like, "Oh, this movie's great."
Yeah, it did look super good too, man. But I felt the main issue is that it looked way too similar to Planet of the Apes, and I know they had like the same producer, not producer.
You're right. I feel like because there were times when I look at him like, damn, this fool looks like
Caesar.
Yeah, that has like Caesar, but with Caesar that has moves and can sing.
Yeah, but apparently, yeah,
and he's racking up lines of coke. You see it, bro. So many times you see him like he has a little blade, and he's just like fucking just doing lines. He's like, or he's doing a little bump like, all right, let's do this. And as a monkey, that shit's funny to see.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I bet. Remember when that movie Cocaine Bear came out?
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It is wild though to think that how much cocaine goes around in the fucking the
music industry,
entertainment overall. Bro, even actors.
I thought of that so much watching that movie because like it's just so easily accessible, available. Everybody's gonna know who's gonna have something. It's like the most popular social drug in like the industry besides like weed and stuff.
Nah, man, that's crazy. I don't know how those fools like trust drug dealers like that because you're a fucking target.
Yeah.
That's how Mac Miller died. Not specifically trying to get killed, or at least I don't think so. But it's just you get laced with shit.
Yeah, I think now that's the thing now because this is mainly like in the '90s, so like people weren't really like thinking about I'm gonna lace this with fentanyl. It's just like they're just selling it as is, or barely cutting it with maybe like caffeine or whatever the fuck they cut it with.
That is crazy.
But it's still like a lot. It's crazy. That's crazy amount of shit.
Yeah, man, and I remember seeing that movie. What was it? The one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that movie right there was like so eye opening to everything.
Yeah. Oh, there was this funny ass part. Like he dates some like some girl from some like girl group. I think she's from like the Spice Girls or something. And like they get married and stuff. And there's a part where like she finds out that he was cheating on her, like because she finds a little nail in the bed. And he literally, but when they get home, he immediately goes in the bathroom and locks the door because he's gonna like do like meth or some shit or heroin or something. Like he's like literally like lighting up a spoon. He injects him. He's like, this was already like in fucking nirvana. And so like she literally like she's like, I can't do this anymore. And so she puts the ring under the door, and the door accidentally opens, and then she sees this food just like, and so she runs off. She's like, fuck you. And he's like, no, my bad, my bad. He's like stumbling down the stairs. That's just so funny.
Mm-mm. Yeah, man, I really wanted to go to the movies this past weekend. I was trying to see like what to watch, and then I seen that, and then what's the other one?
The Den of Thieves. Pantera?
No, I don't care about that one.
I didn't care about it either, but that was like the only two movies that are out right now.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. Like, there was one other one. It was calling my name a little bit, but it was like, nah, I don't really want to go sit through any.
It was a slow movie, but I will say that when we watched it, because it was like this past Sunday night, it was packed as fuck, and we're looking at the app. I'm like, what are people watching right now? Because like I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a new movie coming out on January 17th, I think. I think it might be horror.
Is it the one with Lucy Liu?
Probably.
It's called like Presents or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think so, man. But I don't know. There's like this thing though where January horror movies are always trash. But I don't know. There's always like I feel like January horror movies usually have interesting like concept, but for whatever reason it just doesn't land.
I don't know if this is a thing now, but people like I see trailers now and they never put like the actual date. They'll just put the month now.
Oh yeah, or they'll say this summer.
I'm like, bro, when though?
Dude, so many movies get postponed. It's fucking annoying. Like Craven the Hunter it had like 3 postponements.
Yeah, and it's still garbage. So from what I've heard, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I think that's actually the one that was calling my name a little bit because although I know it's bad, I still want to give it a chance because when else are you gonna see Craven?
Yeah, I think also people were mad just because he's a villain to Spider-Man, but there is no Spider-Man in the movie. And I get it, it's probably maybe like an origin story, but still.
Yeah, no, Sony fucked up with this whole little strategy of pumping out all these side characters. But the thing is that they did that because they're contractually supposed to do it, release a Spider-Man related movie every 2 years. If it's not Spider-Man, the main dude, they get away with it by doing one of the side characters. But yeah, like there's supposed to be an Aunt May movie. There's supposed to be there's a couple other spots, but a Sinister Six movie, but without Spider-Man in it. So I don't know. They're just trying to pump out shit, clear money grabs. But I think everyone's kind of like seeing through it now because the last two have just performed like terribly,
super bad.
Yeah, so it's a good thing, but I really would prefer if Sony would just sell back Spider-Man to Marvel.
I think that's the right move.
It would just make things so much more easier.
Yeah.
And, even as Sony, as much as they care about Spider-Man, like you got to think big picture. Like aside from the main Spider-Man movies, you're not gonna make money off of this.
No. What do they even make besides like those quote unquote Spider-Man movies?
Well, there's a lot of Sony Studios movies.
Really?
Yeah, I'll actually look up a list for you because it's actually some pretty big ones.
I mean, yeah, because like that's literally the only thing I can affiliate it to. At least now these days,
it's just the biggest one for sure.
Like I literally just like Spider-Man and Spider-Man affiliated movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of annoying because a lot of people that don't know, like they don't realize it's not Marvel, it's like Sony. So but they do Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
Uncharted.
That was a good movie.
Garfield, Hancock, Resident Evil.
I love those games. Those are good games.
Hotel Transylvania. So that's a pretty good amount.
I will say that first Hotel Transylvania, solid movie. Then after everything that was like, damn, you guys are just cash grabbing it because those movies were garbage.
Yeah, it's not bad, honestly. I actually like the first one too.
Yeah.
I feel Adam Sandler has always been one of like the slept on big stars.
Yeah, because I mean, like he does a lot of movies. People just like it's just a lot of movies go under the radar, but he has like a lot of like just filmography and shit.
What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
I can't think of which one's my favorite, but the one that made me laugh the hardest on first time watching it now, I just it's whatever's is 50 First Dates. Because there's that scene where I think it was like Rob Schneider and he's getting beat up with a bat.
Yeah.
And I literally almost peed laughing because that shit was so funny to me.
My favorite when I was a kid was always when he was like, when he jumped into the ocean, he's like, someone go get my balls.
Yeah. Or I think it was Big Daddy.
Big Daddy's going.
Because that part with the homeless man, he's like, "Where's my McMuffin?"
I feel Big Daddy, he utilized his friends the best.
Yeah.
Like they all like had, signature characters. Like you'll remember them forever.
Click, low key almost made me cry at the end. Like I wasn't expecting like that to be that heartfelt towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
He has had some like shitty movies though for sure.
I honestly think his favorite. I mean, my favorite of Adam Sandler was Big Daddy, just because like I grew up on that one.
Yeah.
It like pretty much when I was a kid, that's the first movie I remember of his. All the other older ones, like I didn't watch those till a little later.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is with me, but like old movies, they have a certain ceiling of how like entertaining they are to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel maybe it's because their type of whether it's comedy or horror is just not really like that,
No, I get you.
So yeah, it just doesn't age well. Some of it does, but you also got to be like you can't take it too serious if you really want to enjoy it. And that's the case even with like the 2000s movies. Like if you watch those editings and like how the styles choices.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Spider-Man 1, if you rewatch it, it's just like what the fuck? Like so many funny things.
I'll keep that in mind because I haven't wanted to rewatch that one again. Well,
did
you watch it in like theaters?
Yeah, I watched all of them in theaters. I had to. I remember exactly which theaters. I remember, like I watched the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that one at I think right here the San Bernardino Theater before they did the remodeling and all that.
Yeah.
And then I remember watching I think Spider-Man 2 in the Rialto Theater. Spider-Man 3. Where did I watch that one? I watched that one a billion times, bro. I had that shit on repeat.
Where'd you watch it the first time when it first came out?
The first time. I want to say I watched it at the Mills at this point, already at AMC or Edwards. I used to love Edwards back in the day. I mean, I still go to Regal, which is what it used to be Edwards, but it actually used to be like my favorite theater just because of the style. Like when you walk
did you ever go to Cinema Star? So it's a Regal in San Bernardino, but before it was called Cinema Star, and it was popping. But then, San Bernardino being San Bernardino, there's a lot of sketchy shit going down outside, so they actually had to close it down for like a long time before Regal decided, all right, we'll just make it an Edwards theater there. And I remember I watched Spider-Man 3 there. I remember I told all my my little best friends at the time, you guys want to go watch it with me? Like I'll tell my dad, like to take us. And ungrateful little fuckers, they left me in the middle of the movie to go play games. I'm like, you guys are some dickheads.
Was that the theater by the Target?
It's someone literally in downtown.
Do you know the one I'm talking about? Though that's Target.
Oh yeah. That movie. I hated that one. That one sucked.
Wait, you said the one that's downtown?
Yeah.
So what is it now? Regal.
It's a Regal. Or it's a.
Well, we're literally talking about the same theater.
Which really?
The Spider-Man one.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, but anyway, no, that one I'm talking about by Target though.
Ghetto.
It is ghetto, but before it was like ghetto. They used to have like $1 hot dogs, and that's where I watched Spider-Man 2. I mean, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I think I remember only watched one. I forget, it was some horror movie. We watched it there when I was in high school, and even then I was like, damn, this place sucks.
Yeah, man. Any theater that the seats is just like this slant.
Yeah, it was. I remember it was slanted.
Yeah, so you walk from the back and then you just walk straight down.
Yeah.
Any theater that's like that, no, you got to get out of there.
That one in Rialto, the one that's a Walmart now. You remember that one?
Oh yeah.
That one was cool for a while, but then, people just. I hated going there towards the end because people just always they would never just shut up. I'm like, let me watch this movie in peace.
Yeah. I used to love like the rail on the side for some reason. The long ass rail. I used to like that.
I like that movie too.
And then, but there's also Is it Grand Terrace?
Yeah,
Terra Vista.
Terra Vista was cool.
Over there in Rancho. That one's like the nicest ghetto theater. because it's technically not ghetto, but the whole aesthetic matches like the Fontana Theater, the
Yeah.
Rialto. It's the same thing where like the seats are like that. Like it's not really like a elevated thing.
Is the last movie you saw at that Fontana Theater the time I went to go see Infinity Wars?
You bet your ass, man. Fuck no, you'll never catch me there again.
Damn, that shit. I felt bad for you, man.
Yeah, man. Fuck all those kids that don't know how to shut up.
For real, you terrible. Like,
Oh my god. What you got any like most anticipated movies of the year?
There's a couple cool trailers I saw. I forget which one it was. That one with Michael B. Jordan, and it's kind of like a horror movie, kind of.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
That one looks cool. I like the premise of that.
He's a great actor, bro. But something about him, I don't know. There's like some A-listers where like their movies just don't call me. Like
no, facts.
I gotta hear like high praise on it.
Like when I like for example, he was in Creed. Never never just interested me. But I finally saw it. I'm like, damn, this is a great movie.
Yeah, bro. Like it took me a couple years to actually watch it.
Yeah. No, he's for sure. Him, anything with Robert Pattinson, just because I get like this stigma from like Twilight, but like he really is a good actor. Like I really liked him in the Batman movie.
Denzel Washington. I fucking nothing about him intrigues me, but I know like everyone praises him. Like
he was so good in that Gladiator movie, the new one.
Oh, I want to watch it. I haven't seen the first one. Do you have to watch the first one?
Nah, it's like its own little thing. But it's in the same world, but it's like maybe like 10 years after it.
He did look fly as fuck.
He was cool in that one.
Yeah, but yeah, he's one of those actors where, and same thing with Leonardo DiCaprio. Nothing about him and his movies ever really call me. Like The Wolf of Wall Street, for example. I watched that shit like 5 years later when it came out.
Yeah, I hated him at first because there's this one girl I used to go to school with. She was in love with this movie, and she wouldn't shut up about it. I'm like, shut up. So I would just wouldn't watch it out of spite, and that was just me drinking the big haterade. But then
typical mix.
But then later on, I would watch the movies like, nah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, man. But for sure, like Jake Gyllenhaal, he's my favorite actor. Like any movie he's in, I won't even question it. I gotta watch it because it's always happened where
you know what I say. I think he's my first favorite actor to where I was at a point where I was watching movies, but finally understanding like if it was a good movie or not to me. Like when I first saw him, I was like 8-year-old and I saw like the Zodiac.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had no business. I don't even know who the fuck the Zodiac killer was. I thought this shit was fake. I didn't realize it was real. And I'm like, but damn, this is a good ass movie.
Nah, the one that for sure everyone should watch is Nightcrawler. Like that feels like
the one where he takes the pictures?
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it in theaters, but I never got a chance to see it.
So you never seen it either, like ever?
Ever.
Oh, bro, you gotta watch it.
I want to.
You and Andrea love movies. Watch that one. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's really good. Let's see. But who's your favorite actor then?
I'd probably say it's probably him. Like anything he's ever been in, I couldn't I'm like not mad watching it.
Yeah, when I found out he was gonna be a Mysterio, I was hype as fuck. But then he died. So
yeah, I mean, but it was cool. Like he left with with him burning out Spider-Man.
Yeah, he had me for a minute. Like I was like, all right, maybe he is gonna be good. But I was just waiting for the turning point. Yeah. And it was like maybe 45 minutes, an hour in, and still no turning point. I was like, damn, he's good, bro. He had
me where I really thought this fool had powers, and like when it was just all like the little camera drone shit, I was like, damn, I had me fooled.
Yeah, exactly. Well, shit, man. I think most anticipated movie for me this year. I know there's a lot. There's a lot coming out. It's gonna be a stacked year. I think that isn't Fantastic Four coming out this year? Or am I tripping?
I think so.
I think it is coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fantastic Four. I'm really excited because all this time Fox had fucked it over and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited that there's like a new group in town. There's a lot of ways they can go about the storyline. Supposedly this is gonna be like filmed from the 70s or whatever.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to see. I know the suits are gonna look fucking kind of like in person. You would see it as cheesy for sure, but on set that's just gonna look
the Superman movie. It looks cool because I like how they're not like trying to make it all like that weird DC, Dan Snyder-ish. Like they're just like, no, we're gonna give him the regular ass tights and shit.
Yeah, because it's James Gunn, I am excited to watch it, but I don't know, like him, the actor, he's not like Superman.
Nah, they had it right with Henry Cavill. They just fucked it up on everything else.
Yeah, like when it comes to Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, like there's just certain actors. Oh, fucking what's his face, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
There's just some actors that you can't replace for that role.
No, you can't.
Yeah, like how they're trying to do the new Captain America.
Yeah, even I heard that one's gonna be trash, just because like they've
that
like
comes out this year too.
Like so many revisions they've had to do because like I guess it just hasn't been testing well at all.
Yeah, bro.
And I think part of it is also probably just because people can't really wrap their head around like, yeah, he in the comics that is Captain America now at that point.
Yeah,
but people just can't like really relate to it.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough, especially when we've been having the same person for all these years.
Yeah.
But really, what does suck is that they're actually bringing back what's his face, fucking Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr.
In the Marvel movies.
In the Marvel movies, like they're gonna bring them back. I think for Doomsday or some shit like that.
That's cool.
So I don't mind the Robert Downey Jr. because he is gonna be Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
But
I forgot about that.
The Chris Evans thing, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Well, didn't he turn like old and shit? Like, what's what happened in the movies?
It's probably supposedly he's not gonna be Captain America. He's gonna be someone else.
Oh, is he like that evil thing? Remember, like I don't know if you've ever read it, but there's like a part where Captain America, like, and this is after he relinquishes his duties to the Falcon dude, and he turns into almost kind of like an anti-hero kind of thing. I forget his name.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's like so many different storylines in the comics, so they're just gonna pull something out of their ass. But I feel when it comes to movies, like real movies, you can't really abuse that.
Yeah,
you know, because then it starts being like unbelievable, and like, obviously these are already superhero movies, so it's like it's not realistic. But you're just like now you're just making it like anything can happen. So it's kind of just it's kind of hard to keep up with, and it's kind of hard. I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people aren't really watching the movies anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Or they're kind of getting a little fatigued from it because
I know I got fatigued. For sure.
Yeah, man, because it's just like, all right, at this point, anything can happen. So I don't even have to watch the next movie because the next one, everything could fucking change again anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, supposedly, Secret Wars is supposed to be like the reset of all that shit, all the multiverse things.
Cool. There's only so much I can take of just MCU.
Yeah, but thankfully they're holding back a little bit more this year. I think there's only 2 movies this year.
That's good.
Yep.
How was your weekend though?
My weekend, let's see. I'm pretty sure it was like dead. Oh no, well, Friday. I don't know. I feel like I've been productive, but more so like with my house.
Yeah.
Kind of cleaning it. Took down all the Christmas decorations finally.
Got all the Valentine's Day stuff.
Yeah, now we got all the Valentine's Day stuff. So I was kind of just doing a lot of like dirty work essentially.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sammy's little ultrasound thingy.
Yeah.
Saw the baby.
Little Mateo.
That fool was sleeping, but bumped his ass awake. Yeah, but I'm pretty excited for that baby. See what he looks like.
Me too.
I think from the ultrasound, I could see it being more looking like David, but I thought the same for Ronnie. But like when they grow older, they start to change.
Yeah, like I think like around the 1.5, they really start getting their facial features like more outright, and they clearly start to say like, oh no, this baby looks like this, or this baby looks so and so.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have strong genes for my kids though.
I'm gonna still call him DJ. I'm gonna call him David Jr. I don't care what Sammy gets by it. I don't care if his name's Mattel.
Junior. Damn. Well, what about you? Like, do you feel like your genes are strong in your family?
So strong. I am a carbon copy of my father. And all his siblings all my siblings just look just like him. My dad, like all his like siblings, like at least the male ones, like looked exactly like him. So I'm like, my future kids, as far as the males goes, they're gonna look like me.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, what's it called? How many kids do you think you're gonna have, Mix?
Time will tell. I don't know.
Are you a big family guy or small? I feel like you're small, huh?
I don't know. Like I'm open to either, or it's just more just like how like I know I'm never gonna like plan things out as far as like, oh, I want this many kids, I want this many kids, I want this many kids. I'm gonna go, I guess, kid by kid and see how things go.
Go where you're gonna let your fishies determine.
Yeah, and then also at the same time, it's whatever, it's a two-way thing. So obviously it's something people would have to talk about with their partners. You can't just be self like, nah, I want like 6 kids. You can't see nothing about it, because then I'm like, well, what if they don't want 6 kids?
Are you opposed to adopting? Like, do you feel like there's
no? I'm very like whatever will happen will happen. Like if for whatever reason, I have shitty sperm and like I can't bear like
Not even about that though. Like, do you ever? Because you know how like Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, they adopted like hella kids.
all from like Africa and stuff.
Yeah. Like, do you ever like think about that?
I think it would be like cool. I'm not cool. Like I would be have to like be like some like it just feels right to do.
Yeah, because I have a cousin. She actually wants to do that. Like, nothing's wrong with her internally, nothing like that.
Yeah.
She just wants to do that.
If you're in a position to do so, by all means, and it's something that you want to do like your cousin, then go for it. Like I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not opposed to it, but it just
It's not your first like. It's not what you grew up thinking.
yeah,
Like,
because
oh,
I mean normally like for norm like I would say your cousin's probably like the outlier, but normally when people go to adoption is because their natural ways about getting a child isn't just them working out, and then now you can get the IVF thing, but that shit costs a shit ton of money, like so much money and even then it's like it boosts your success rate, but not even that much. But so even then that's a like you're just that's a ballpark throw. So that's always people will go to adoption too. So it's just I don't know. I guess it's just a matter of just how things roll out.
that movie, The Orphan, spooked me from this whole adopting shit.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
You seen the second one?
No,
You gotta watch that too.
I want to watch it.
I gotta give you a whole list of movies to watch because trust me, man, that one right there. Just when you thought like, how can they fucking surprise me even more?
Yeah.
Like, that one right there succeeded.
But I mean I'm totally open to adoption if it comes down to it.
Yeah, I've kind of always had that like thought in my head.
Yeah.
I just don't know, like just seeing the economy and everything where it's all going, like just kids in general it's a tough thought.
Yeah.
I've always wanted kids and all that, but reality just kicks in and shit and just starts to, I don't know. You kind of start to, I think, be a little bit more okay with not having them.
Yeah.
Although I do want them still.
Yeah.
But like I feel maybe in the last 3-4 years, something has like started to shift internally where I'm just like, you know what, like if it's not meant to be, I think I'll be okay. But I think the only thing that will start to suck is knowing that I'm not gonna have any offspring.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know, something in me has like gave me some sense of like just being okay with it, with the idea of not having kids. But yeah.
Also, we also have and we just have like this weird internal clock because we're getting older now, and I'm like, damn, like as we're getting older, I'm like, it's gonna be like just hard, probably a little harder and harder just to like even have kids.
True that. Or you're just so like content with where you're at and like your main focus is already.
Yeah.
That you don't really want to change it.
Or you end up. I mean, that's how we feel now. Or you had me like my parents. They had me in like my mom had me like in her mid-30s.
True. Yeah, I've always seen like families that start having kids like a little later in life.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, see, it's all right. It'll be all right. If you were to do it, it is scary for the girls though.
Yeah, that's tough. You also have to be respectful to your partners too. Like you can't just be like mid-30s like, hey, let's have a baby now. And I'm like, it's gonna be really hard for them. And you had all these years to do before.
Damn, yeah, girls really got screwed over in this life.
Yeah, Jesus, or not Jesus. Jesus' dad was not kind to them.
No, man. I think that's what makes women stronger, though. Is just I think they can definitely tolerate a lot more.
For sure. Oh my god! One time when I was sick earlier, and this is like my second time going to urgent care. Like Andrea, because of how her brother and her dad was, she was like, "Are you sure you're just not good?" She basically was like, "Stop being a bitch." because like I guess her siblings and her dad was like, it was like I'm sick every time they're sick, so like she's immune to like guys just acting that way. So when I was really sick, so she was like, just suck it up. I was like, damn where's the love?
Hey man, I don't know. I think she's trying to tell you get a backbone or something.
Being on my back is terrible right now,
bro. Actually, you know what, man? Since I've left that fucking job, my back has not hurt. Yeah. Like, all right, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like, you're gonna have some stiffness every now and then, but it does not compare to the back pain I had while I was working there.
Well, I mean, you were like fucking ramming in trailers left and right all day for like 10 hours straight. Of course, you would have like back pain.
Yeah, bro. So I just had to get out of there, man.
No, I mean, I like how did the interview at the potentially new spot go?
Well, I mean, it went well. I was pretty stoked to see that. They tested us with math shit.
Oh, was it like a group interview kind of thing?
It was there was 3 of us there.
Oh, okay.
So It was almost like the DMV when you're doing the driving the written.
Oh
How
yeah,
they
yeah.
have like the dividers and shit. So they had three of us, and it was two little math segments. One was pretty much it was what I want to say like 150 questions,
Mm-hmm.
and really it was just you have to check mark the ones that have matching numbers. So for example, 182,
Mm-hmm.
the other one has to say 182. The next one 13,564. The next one has to say that. If it doesn't, you just leave it blank.
Mm.
So they gave us 4 minutes to speed test, or how do you say it? Speed run?
Yeah.
Speed run that whole little thing, and it was essentially a test of time and accuracy. So um I guess you get really good bonus points if you do the whole sheet, or
Mm-hmm.
if you do most of it compared
So
to.
you don't. I mean, it's probably best for you to finish it, but if you don't finish it within the 4, like it's not gonna like
They're
hurt
judging you based off like how many you do.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is the accuracy, like how many did you do correctly.
Yeah.
So that's how you get like scored on that. And then the second little math thing we had to do was they had, I want to say like maybe 50 different equations,
Mm-hmm.
and it would go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you got to do the next two letters.
Mm.
So the next two would be 11, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
they would do like way different types. Like it would be 13, 15, 13, 17, 13, 19.
And you just have to figure it out. Like, which
Yeah,
one.
you got to figure out.
Okay.
So it's like an IQ test. You ever done an IQ test?
I mean, damn, but it makes sense because I'm like I'm gonna say what job it is, but like it's a very coveted kind of job from where we're at. Like a lot, everyone like in the work we're in, like everybody always like, nah, I want to go to this place, like because it pays extremely well. The benefits are amazing, but like they put your ass to work. There's no like you can't just slouch there.
Yeah,
But it's worth it. It's extremely worth it to work that job.
yeah, exactly. So, once I saw those testing, I was like, man, I'm really good at this fucking wacky math shit. So,
Yeah.
compared to the other guys, I got little glances when we were handing the papers, and bro, I dusted their ass.
And I'm sure probably because you know how many people work in our industry or people, some fucking bozos who
Yeah,
are like,
man.
nah, we gotta weed out the bozos.
Yeah. So, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. It's not like we're the only group that got interviewed. There's still like, a whole week's worth of people getting interviewed.
Nah, but dude, the fact that you even like, I know some people that have like just try to get like interviews, they send applications to space, they don't hear nothing from the fact. The fact you even heard back from them, like that's a good sign.
Yeah, man. Because I've actually applied there twice before, so this is my third time around, and finally I got the email. I don't know if it's because they're doing like a whole little hiring event for the whole week or what, but nonetheless. Hopefully I get it. It'll be a whole change in my life though, because it'll be night shift.
Yeah.
9 p.m. to 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, that's one. It was one of those jobs where like you get what you get and you work your way towards the good schedules.
Well, honestly, the thing is with because I seen their first shift.
Yeah.
I don't like that schedule.
What is it?
What was it? I think it was like a 10 to 7.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah.
That's basically like a second shift.
Exactly, bro. So that's why I'm not really trying to do that shit, you know. But that night shift, it's you do start late as fuck, but it's Sunday through Thursday. So,
that's good.
You don't have to work your Friday night.
Yeah.
Sunday through Thursday. Let's say you go to sleep by 6:30, you wake up like at 2:00. You still got a whole like 7 hours to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm excited. Hopefully, I get it. Pray for me, guys.
I for real, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is there anything else we want to tap up into? Oh well. We can't go. We can't do this pod without mentioning the fires and all that.
Yeah.
I guess it is a really really tough time for LA right now. I think it's hard to imagine what those people are going through.
Yeah.
A lot of people are easy to be like, they're rich. Who gives a fuck? But I don't know, man. I've actually seen some people getting interviewed. I'm just like, I actually start to feel like pretty bad because, there's actually some like hardworking Hispanics too.
Yeah, like a lot of like the areas where like for example like the Palisades fire, yes, a good majority of these people are well up. A lot of times these people are just not. They just live there for a really long time. They just got really lucky where they live, and now like this might have been their only home for years, and now they're losing it. And I don't know if that rumor is true, but you were seeing I don't know if you've seen that shit where like supposedly like home insurance companies are canceling like their fire policies. I just like because of how many or maybe tinfoil hat, maybe they knew this shit was gonna happen and they're like
Well, I guess if you want to get covered by like for fires, there's a whole different. I think there's a different group of a similar type of insurance
Yeah.
that you have to get. I don't think normal California insurance policies cover that though.
Oh, and I saw something in the news too, where I don't know if you saw, like, a lot of people just abandoned their cars because they didn't like, they weren't able to see it, so they literally just booked it, and supposedly a lot of car insurance companies are not gonna pay them out for those cars because they abandoned their cars, and I'm like, who wouldn't? They can't see shit in the fires.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's tough right now.
It is tough times.
I just feel insurance. They need to, like, when it comes to catastrophes like this, you just gotta like be a little bit more humane and just do the right thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your insurance money back anyway. With all these people that go months and months without having an accident, and I don't know. It's just a tough time for SoCal right now.
It is, but I mean, we'll pull through. I mean, you see the Latinos from the other side. They're coming out to help. Some Canadians are helping out. People from other states are coming out to try to control this fire.
Yeah, the toughest thing in these scenarios though is, cities got fucking wiped out. Communities got wiped out.
Yeah,
it is trippy to think, like, where do you start from there?
Yeah, you're getting literally displaced. You have no home now. Like, maybe you'll have some family live out here. They'll give you the hand, but some people probably don't even have that option.
Yeah, probably a lot of hotels are gonna be booked up.
Yeah, I did see the only cool thing about Gavin was, like, a lot of people hate him, a lot of people don't fuck with him. He's been of the road governor, but he did something cool where he canceled, because you know how when you have to build stuff, you have to do like permits. He canceled all his permits so they can just like go ahead and start building this shit. Like whether it's like hotels or these like new like town, like those homes they were gonna make for the homeless. They canceled the permits on them so they can like make them fast, and I probably gonna have them used for like some of the people that get displaced. Although I will say, like, there's permits for a reason. So if some of these motherfuckers fuck up these buildings, hopefully they can still stand.
Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to make everyone happy right now. Yeah. You never know what's the real right thing to do, I guess, especially when it comes to legal shit.
Yeah.
So I can see both sides. Just I guess I really hope we could figure out what to do to prevent this from happening again, or just, I don't know, just to make it easier transition from this fucking catastrophe to good, and then back to
yeah. I hope it gets like somewhat contained, like the ones we had last year. It took a while, but they eventually got under control, and people were able to.
Yeah, most of those fires are under containment except for the two big ones.
Yeah,
Palisades and Eden.
Which is crazy because they're literally off the coast, but they can't do nothing about it. But now I forget the Canadian people, like they just grab the seawater and just like dump it. And I will say, like, side note, like, damn, imagine the skill you have to be to fly a plane.
I'd be scared.
For real.
I'll fuck that shit up for sure.
You see that dude? Like, some dude fucked up one of the planes because he was flying his little drone over there, and he accidentally hit the plane, and the plane like malfunctioned, and he had to like do a landing, and now it can't fly anymore.
Damn, nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, some boats just flying the drones because like they want cool aerial shots. I'm like,
crazy. Did you see Eptic? He's actually taking a hiatus from touring.
I understand that completely, especially him, bro. He's with his project. He literally does everything. He does all the music. He does all the promo. He does all his visuals, and his visuals are some of the one-to-one unique. You don't see that anywhere else, anywhere in the EDM industry. It takes so much time. He does his own visuals. I think only a couple artists do that himself, and I respect it, man. Like he needs time to finish his music, finish his other art projects that he wants to do for the project, and he can if he's always touring.
I feel like if you just like kind of just went off the grid, people are gonna wonder where you're at, but I don't really think you need to make announcements like that unless he's taking like a really, really long hiatus. You know what I mean? There's just countless artists I've seen. They just don't say shit. They just disappear, like TJR.
I think he said that because he's like, I don't know how long this is gonna take. It might take a month. It might take more than that. I just letting you guys know right now.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, side note, TJR is coming back though.
Yeah, well, he's been on a run since like the maybe mid last year.
Yeah,
but before that, bro, I remember I was debating on following his account because I was just like, all right, this guy hasn't posted in years.
There's a few artists, man. Like, so I follow like this Instagram account called Rave Talk, and so now at first they used to post like old videos of like old like warehouse and just like SoCal rave events, and now they're doing just like of how the lineups used to look like. And I'm like, damn, where the hell are all these people?
Yeah, like there's TJR, there's Kennedy Jones.
Bring back, man.
There's I guess no, I was gonna say Mac J, but not really. There's I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say like Sesko, but I think he's still like active. It's just not. I don't know.
He's not in the U.S. at least. In Europe,
Yeah.
he's still popping off.
Yeah. But there's a lot, man. I really wish, so when I seen that TJR was coming back, I was like, I'm surprised like all these new heads like actually either know him or I don't know that are here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy. And you know what I think about that too is just like what happened with all the artists? Like remember like during all the trap era, like all like these people like Luminox, Keys and Crates,
Milo and Otis.
I'm like what? Like I think they split up. I think Otis is just. I do remember. I think those guys split up and did their own things. Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like what?
They broke up too.
They did break up too. Loud Pack they broke up. And these are the ones that we know of that we know. Okay, there are some artists that we like just fell off, or we don't even know if like I didn't like my dumbass. I didn't know OK and Bilo were Trickstar for like the longest time until late last year. I didn't realize that because I was like, what happened to them? And they're focusing on that.
Yeah.
And so like, and sometimes like some people like they'll do like a whole like brand or like artist change, so like something else they want to do now, but they don't like announce like, oh, I'm doing this now. They just do it. And people don't know.
Yeah, like Tassi.
Oh, Tassion.
Yeah, Tassion, isn't he?
Hellbound.
Oh, he is Hellbound. Who was Killscript?
Ooh, fuck. Was it Io? No, that was Fox. He was Fox. I know you're talking about Killscript. Oh god, I forgot his name before. Yeah, but it goes to show like sometimes like you just don't know. You have to like really find out like, oh, this is him. This is so and so now.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of rebrands out there. I think who was a big rebrand that just did their shit. I always wonder if like Noctu was someone else, because there's some artists that just fucking blow up out of nowhere. Oh, like Malp.
Yeah,
and they used to be someone else.
Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice West. Like that shit just happens pretty frequently.
Yeah, I think it's cool. You saw that shit with Noctu where he brought out like a Shining Isles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool, man.
Yeah, those are the San Diego boys.
Yeah.
Do we got any IE boys aside from us?
There's been a few.
But who's like still like doing their thing? Right
That's
now?
the thing. I don't know. And I don't want to say names because then I don't want this to come out and them like, oh, well, we're still doing it. I'm like, I don't know.
If you're an IE DJ, message us on Instagram.
Let's work, man.
Let's see what it's all about. I want to see the talent we got, because I'm pretty sure, we got some people out there, they just don't fucking rep it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I'm just not to say shame to say we like early in our career we were saying LA. Part of it is because people don't know where the IE is. When we were like we collab with a lot of like foreign artists, so they'd be like, oh, where's that? So we would just say LA.
Yeah, it's a big help, too. If people see LA in your bio, they kind of have like the idea that you're close by.
Yeah.
Now if they see something like fucking Victorville or something, they're gonna be like, okay, where the fuck is this at?
Yeah, Murderville.
Yeah, so it's just kind of easier to always just put the next big city sometimes. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything you guys want to get into.
No, but I got jury duty tomorrow and I can't get out of it because I forgot that I had one last year.
Damn, looking at missed jury duty last year. I mean, the last invite too. I think it was in November.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was going to go, but I forgot.
I remember I got the paper last year. This was like in June or July, and I just completely forgot about it. And then I got a notice literally like last month. Like it's one of those.
Do you go to jail if you don't go? Like after a certain amount?
After a certain amount, I think you for sure get like a fine. Like you have to be at least responding to this shit. You like if you miss one, then it's fine. They'll just send another one. But like I got the one where I was like, nah, motherfucker, you have to come. And I'm like, damn. And they still give the option like give the call because maybe they don't need you. I'm like, nah, they need my ass at 9:30.
Hopefully you get lucky and you get you get let go and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Chris and he said like the job still pays. So I mean, I always have thought about it like, man, I really maybe it would be kind of cool to actually be in a jury duty. But then if I have to be like, it's some crazy ass case and like I gotta put someone away for like years for some crazy ass shit, I don't know if my heart could take that.
Wait, do you really get paid?
It depends on the job. Most jobs do because like it's a government thing. Like I think they'll get hoed if they don't at least provide you with your wages. But they're like, I was reading like the questionnaire, like the jury duty will at least give you $100 if you have to do it on top of it.
Shit.
But most jobs will at least excuse you, and they should at least pay you for your hours worked while you're working there.
Shit. What's today's date?
Today's the.
Ooh, I think by next week TikTok is gone.
I'm fucking glad, man. I'm so glad. I part of it is just because I wish we would have gotten on a little sooner to help boost their career, but also part of it is just I'm tired of all the social media platforms. I'm okay with the ones I have. I don't need another one, so I'm glad. Good riddance. And to this new one, I don't know what's it called, like Red Note or some shit, Red Book,
I don't know.
Red Tube.
I really hope it doesn't take off though.
Yeah, I don't hope it don't either. Like people are like full on, like they can't even read the term of agreements because in Chinese, and I'm like, you don't know what you're signing and agreeing to.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, bro, that shit's just gonna get taken down anyway.
Yeah.
If they couldn't figure out the TikTok shit, it's gonna be the same shit.
It's coming to Instagram stories, it's the same shit.
Yeah, let's just all team up and just stick with the IG. Feel me? IG and YouTube. That's all we need.
I will say the one thing I wish IG thing would pick up on is like, have you ever watched like an IG story and like you want to watch the rest of it? So you go on the account, but you have to like scroll for it. Yeah. But TikTok does like they'll just immediately go to the just watch. So I wish they'll steal that and put that on IG stories.
I will miss some of the little niche things on TikTok.
Yeah,
because there are some shit out there that it just pops up and you're like, damn, I didn't know I needed to see this.
Yeah, well, it is cool because like obviously I think as far as Instagram goes, like you have your algorithm, bro. As far as that, so it's gonna show you what you want to show you.
TikTok too, though.
Yeah, I think I guess because I barely use it, so I didn't really build one for me yet.
Honestly, what it is it's whatever video you watch the longest, that's what it starts to play. Like sometimes I'll watch one WWE video and then it goes and plays like nothing but WWE, and then like the next day I'll do like I don't know, fucking dog videos, little dogs. All right, well, I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
We will go ahead and end this one here. This is, I think, episode 81. We almost at 100, y'all. So.
Oh, we have new shirts, so please buy them.
Oh, yeah, we do. So check our Instagram. Go DM us there, and we will get you a shirt. That shit is beautiful. That shit is nice. Mm-hmm. It is white, so hopefully you're good with keeping your shit clean.
I am not, so I will very rarely wear that shirt.
Special occasion.
Oh, God, yeah.
All right, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.